Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Sister Speak, and you are listening to Coming to the Stage on the Sister Speak Show. I am recording from Dallas, Texas. The weather is absolutely perfect. Couple clouds here and there, but otherwise it's a beautiful day. Number one, because we're alive, and number two, because we're alive. Yes, indeed. So, you're back, I'm back, and I want to first say welcome to my first-time listeners and welcome back to my regular listeners. I'm going to introduce you to the Sister Speak show so we can go ahead and get started. You are listening, as I told you, to Coming to the Stage, where we cover all things, everything concerning poetry, stage plays, and film, okay, when it comes to our people. Now, you are listening to a podcast that has 7 segments syndicated on 2 out of the many platforms that I'm on. But that's not the whole point. You're going to be able to listen to special guest interviews, live performances, in-studio interviews, and live on location reports. The most dynamic aspect about this podcast are 2 things: the listeners and the special guests. So when you listen to the special guests in the Sister Speak show, you are going to be listening to people who are dynamic and they are impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak show is a talk show that will keep your mind and your soul informed, energized, and encouraged. We are a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment now, just responsible listening, nourishment. It is about making the known known, and we don't go dumb, we go wisdom on the Sister Speak show. Tonight, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, on Coming to the Stage, we are going to get right into a subject matter that is pressing, that is all over the place, and we are going to address on this platform. And it has to deal with sexual harassment in the entertainment industry, from Hollywood to Nollywood. Hollywood to Nollywood, that's right. Hollywood to Nollywood. We are going to focus on the elephant in the room and hopefully provide you, because the objective for this is to provide you with encouragement and wisdom as you navigate yourself through the entertainment industry as an actor or an actress, as a film director, as a producer, as a stagehand, whatever your role is to make a show, or whatever your position is on the production team, is to give you the wisdom to navigate yourself in or out, because it is absolutely unacceptable behavior to sexually harass, sexually assault, trespass, violate, drug, do anything to get your rocks off, to cater to your perverted spirit, because that's what it is. You have to call it out. A lot of people want to dance around it, but we're talking about a legion of perverted spirits that have collected themselves, gathered themselves in a group called, not all, but called the entertainment industry's elite. Okay? The doorkeepers, the gatekeepers, the couch casters, if you will. The ones who decide whether you get this role or not. And some, not all, but the ones who have this pseudo power to put you in a movie are absolutely going about their power in an abusive, disrespectful, corruptible manner. And it takes away from the desire, the willingness to possibly even pursue a career in an industry that has such heavy news lines daily about the pervertedness of the actors, actresses, and the people behind the camera, the producers, directors. And the culture is, it is not necessarily set up for you to say anything. Because this is something that, oh, are you snitching? You know, and whoever came up with the whole idea of snitching is lame. Because what you're saying is, it is okay for people to violate you, but it is not okay for you to cry out for help. It is not okay for you to want some type of restitution. It's not okay for you to want justice. It's not okay for you to expect vengeance or vindication. You're going to take all of this nastiness and this pervertedness that I have inside of me, and you're going to deal with it, or you'll be blacklisted. I will make sure you don't get a job anywhere in Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood, but specifically Hollywood and Bollywood. I mean, Hollywood and Nollywood, excuse me. So here we are. And headline after headline, discovery after discovery, shockingness. Everybody's being shocked about this and shocked about that because it's coming out that, hey, wait a minute. What seems like a simple 1, 2, 3 process really has these strings attached to it. And it's not just about your talent. It's about your tolerance. It's about your tolerance. It's about how much are you willing to tolerate? How much are you willing to sell out, sell your soul for in order to get a part? How bad do you want to be the Incredible Hulk? How bad do you want to be the first Black Superman? How bad do you want to be amongst the A-list actors? How much do you value yourself? Okay. Are you thinking about the after effects of videotapes and blackmail and sometimes people will even kill you to silence you? How far are you willing to go to let a Harvey Weinstein or a Bill Cosby, okay, harass you? Are you going to actually let a producer grab your genitalia, or are you going to have these type of reflexes that kind of like block that from coming? I'm just saying though, how much do you value yourself to put up your blockers to stop anybody from touching you? Because if in fact you were molested as a young king, as a young queen, as a child, you might have developed a spirit of tolerance for that thing because you never sought help for it or cried out for it and you suppressed it. So now subconsciously you think that it's okay for people to do this to you, and it's not. So we come against that stronghold. We come against that generational curse right now in the name of Jesus Christ, because it's not okay. It's not okay to carry on like that. So whether it is on the stage, whether it is on set, wherever it is where you are acting, where you are producing and filming, there is a code of conduct. There are ethics. There are morals. There are mores that are instituted in order to make things work properly if you so choose to. But people have sicknesses within them that have navigated their whole thought processes as to why they think they can get away with and that it is okay to violate somebody else sexually. Excuse me. Sexually. And so the cycle continues. And there are more people who have been the victim of the open secret of Hollywood, Nollywood. More people, but they will never say anything because they've been bought with blood money. They've been bought out. Hey, we'll make this go away. How much to make this go away? Like money can make all things go away. I understand what money can do, but money cannot make all things go away. Here, let me buy your right to self. Let me buy your thought process of even thinking about retaliating. Here, how much? Here's $1 million. Go take yourself and the kids and your wife on, and let's just pretend like I never grabbed your penis and asked you to do these things. Let's just pretend like I never and you never, and then we'll just keep it on the low low. There's more than one definition for being on the down low. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. But there are people who have been bought with money to shut up. But it never goes away. It never goes away. So for Black actors and actresses who come on the scene, already you got a strike because you're Black. And then there's another strike because more than likely they really don't want us there. And then now here you are trying to fit in, trying to get in because it's been your dream to be an actor or an actress. And now here you are in the most compromising positions mentally because you haven't done it yet, but you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. Because you are what is called the struggling actor, the struggling actress. And it's hard to get a gig and there's so much competition and this, that, and the third. And now you're willing to cut some corners just to be in a film, just to be the busboy on the next Steven Spielberg movie. I'm just saying, and there's no disrespect to an extra in a movie. Those roles are important. But I'm saying, even at that, are you going to do something extra to be an extra? Are you willing to walk away and seek out the other talents that you have and even possibly create lanes to where they come to you and they know that there's no way they could even try you because it's written all over your disposition and your face? They can smell. They can smell those who want it so bad that they're willing to do everything. That's why they try. That's why they try. And that's not to all. I'm not saying all people have invited the advancements of the perverted. I'm not saying that. But there are some who are thirsty enough and hungry enough to, hey. Okay? So with the open secret of sexual harassment, sexual perversion, unspeakable acts, drugging people, you have to talk about it. The bubble has been busted. There's no more cotton candy in anybody else's eyes. There's some sick stuff happening. I almost said it. There's some sick stuff happening. And it is happening right in front of your face. Every time you turn on the TV, now you have to wonder what really went on behind the production. Because it's one thing for us to see it on the TV and be entertained, but at what cost to the people involved to create the production? Who are the victims? What's on the hard drives? What's this little secret elite ring over here doing? And the funny, well, not even funny, but the sad thing is, I really believe that people think that they can get away with it and that they are invincible and that there are no consequences for actions. I really believe that. secret sexual harassment in Hollywood and in Nollywood. We'll be right back. Right back. And I'm so glad that you're joining us. We'll be right back after this commercial break, okay? Stay tuned. Hang on in there. We're going to make it. We're going to be all right.
Listening to the Sister Speak Show is even easier now with the new abilities available from Spreaker Skill on Amazon Alexa. With Spreaker on Alexa, you can now listen to the Sister Speak Show from even more places from all around the world. You also have navigation control, fast forward and rewind podcasts to make sure you never miss a second of your favorite show. And then you can ask for show recommendations like the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve.
Vision, sound, action, create, inspire, impact, evolve. You are now activated.
Welcome back. You are listening to Coming to the Stage on the Sister Speak Show. I am your host, Sister Speak, recording from Dallas, Texas. You are listening, brothers and sisters, to Coming to the Stage, where we cover all things poetry, film, and theater. Brothers and sisters, I have a clip for you that is, oh my gosh, it is so appropriate for tonight's subject matter. And I won't be keeping you long this evening, but I'm going to be keeping you just a little bit for us to get a clear understanding. And this is just part one of the conversation, but this is so important about just making sure that our brothers and sisters are equipped when they go into Hollywood, because some of them don't find out until it's too late. Some of them get the wisdom from other people who are willing to say, hey, look, you need to be careful, you need to watch out, and so this is just about education, okay, and wisdom. So all videos, all audio clips that are played on the Sister Speak Show podcast are for education purposes only. There is no other reason, and we cite our sources because we thank all the other journalists, bloggers, and reporters who have done their due diligence to unearth and cover such serious stories as these. So salute to all of my former colleagues in this industry of journalism, in this industry of news telling, and just salute to you all who really care about getting out good information so people can be aware and make better decisions, okay? So, with that being said, the first video I'm going to play for you all is from Access. No, this is not. It's from the Washington Post. It's called Open Secret. Open Secret. For educational purposes only, brought to you by the Washington Post. So, let's get it and let's go.
Weinstein, new allegations against Kevin Spacey, Louis C.K., James Toback, Jeffrey Tambor, director Brett Ratner, actor James Franco, actor Dustin Hoffman. This is also the story of an open secret.
Open secret. Something hidden, yet also well known. A common and casual phrase, but one also used to describe the seriousness of sexual harassment in Hollywood. It happens. Everyone knows it, but we don't talk about it like an excuse. Like what happened with Harvey Weinstein and so many others in the entertainment industry. Why is Hollywood so seemingly full of open secrets? For the answer, you first need to understand the industry's power dynamics and a concept called institutional betrayal. Jennifer Fried introduced the term in 2007.
So institutional betrayal is a broad concept. It includes whenever an institution that an individual depends upon or trusts mistreats that individual. It might be the workplace, it might be a school, it might be a church.
Or it might be Hollywood, more specifically, a Weinstein production company. Women spoke out for years. He was a punchline in pop culture.
I turned down intercourse with Harvey Weinstein on no less than 3 occasions.
And yet, he remained at the helm of his production companies, still making blockbuster movies
Chicago!
and winning Oscar after Oscar.
The other guy that we really need to thank, though, is Harvey Weinstein.
For many people, Weinstein was the industry.
I would like to thank Harvey Weinstein
And if you were a young actress and put your trust in him, he might betray you. And if he did, you too were part of the secret. This amount of power allowed him to remain a predator for decades.
This was an ensemble film. It took an ensemble team to make it.
Well, what people need to know about LA is that most people come here to be in the industry. You come here most of the time because you have a dream and you're pursuing that dream. And that dream becomes kind of everything.
Rebecca Roy is a therapist who has worked with clients in the entertainment industry for 13 years.
Well, I think this is a town that's run on fear. I can't think of any other field where there's less possibility for return.
It's very difficult to make a living here. It's very difficult to be seen by a casting director and then be seen by a director and then be seen by a producer, and to have all of those different layers point to one individual and say, you're the one who's going to get the job.
And when you want something that badly, when you've been told something is that unattainable and you've attained it, the threat of losing it is huge. In order to be any kind of artist, you have to be willing to be open and vulnerable. Imagine you're an actor, actress, and you've got the role of a lifetime, and this person can make or break your career, and they cross a line with you, and they make it seem as if it's part of the audition or it's part of the role. There are many people who look at that as an opportunity.
This power dynamic, in which the actress is completely dependent on a director or producer or executive, creates an opportunity for something called betrayal trauma. This happens when the abusive person is someone the victim depends on or has a relationship with, making the abuse particularly harmful.
When things happen inside an institution that are betrayal traumas, how the institution acts can then be another layer of betrayal.
The behavior of Weinstein and his staff shows how much damage an institution can do. Take Mira Sorvino. She rejected Weinstein's advances in 1995, told a female employee at Miramax about the harassment, and then found herself blacklisted.
This is a small community, basically. And if you hear that somebody's difficult, diva, difficult, pain in the ass, or maybe he'll tell the other guys I'm not cool, then you kind of stay away from them because there are a lot of other interesting people you could hire. And if you speak up, you just never heard from again.
Both the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild have witnessed a clear uptick in harassment complaints since the Weinstein story broke in October 2017.
It's something that every single guild you talk to, the studios, everyone is worried about.
Hollywood doesn't have an HR department. There isn't an office or a person to whom you can report abuse. And while the Screen Actors Guild has taken steps to confront harassment, it's a complicated process, and sometimes things can get blurry on set.
You're not working in a bank. You're on sets where people are faking sex in a scene. Sometimes the line isn't clear. What is or isn't abuse? People get used to then constantly going over that line, so then either things don't seem like a big deal or covering it up doesn't seem like a big deal.
So why is the Me Too moment happening now? Is it the power of social media? Is it A-list celebrities inspiring others to share stories? Or maybe it's millennial women emerging as leaders and changing workplace cultures. Why are women finally being heard?
And when you're a star, they're let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
It had been a year since the Trump's Access Hollywood tape had broken, and once again, all these women on Facebook and social media were feeling compelled to tell their stories of sexual assault and harassment. This is my friend Eloise!
Tess Rafferty, a writer who worked on the pop culture show The Soup for almost 8 years, was one of the organizers of the Take Back the Workplace March in Los Angeles.
There's a certain mad as hell, we're not going to take it anymore thing that is the result of last year's election. Every woman I know has a story, and most of them have more than one. It's like you can't throw a rock in this town and not hit someone who hasn't sexually harassed somebody or assaulted them.
Weinstein wasn't the only person in Hollywood who repeatedly crossed the line and got away with it. These men, and the many others like them in the industry, are the ones making our favorite movies and TV shows. It's really no surprise that the stories we have learned to love reflect their behavior.
There's a Cheers episode I saw, I don't know, a couple of months back. Rebecca was being sexually harassed by Frasier's old mentor.
You're still doing it. You have a hole in your sock.
Like it?
And no one believed her. And they were mad at her for accusing him, and they told her it was in her head, and they told her it was silly. Without the laugh track, it just plays like a drama of what most women face in their everyday lives.
Do you realize that you were imputing the reputation of the man that literally wrote the book of fidelity in marriage?
When women are in control, when there's more of us in the writer's room, when there's more of us in charge behind the camera and at the top of the food chain, I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna kill you! More of our stories get told accurately.
You're luscious, you're ravishing. I would give up red meat just to get a glimpse of you in a bra.
Portrayals of sexual harassment as something funny or cute or normal.
Advise the girls to avoid Kevin if their breasts are full.
The tendency to hide harassment or explain it away or to not believe the person reporting it, it's always been in front of us on screens.
Remember, it's more important that she's drunk than she's hot.
The entertainment we consume informs our behavior. Whether we realize it or not, we laugh along. We root for romance. We just don't take it seriously or save speaking up for another time.
Say, anybody know who the new secretary is? Cute little brunette with a great hiney.
It was never a secret after all.
She was drunk, not dead, I challenge. Violate her tender place for 1 and 2. I need to see everything you've got. You got a great ass. Nothing else got songs. You never get a better chance.
Well, what do you want anyway?
I want us to be closer.
You mean you want to sleep?
Yes.
Whether you're at work, at home, or on the road, it's always a great time to podcast and chill. And I'm inviting you to podcast and chill with me, Sister Speak, and listen to the Sister Speak show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve, with 6 segments that include the platform, coming to the stage, the suspense files, the culture climate, the laugh line, and the tour, with over 170 episodes guaranteed to motivate you, encourage you, and have you laughing. Why not? I'm excited to podcast and chill with you. It'll be worth your time. I guarantee it. I'll see you later.
Welcome back. You are listening to Coming to the Stage on the Sister Speak show. I am your host, Sister Speak, and that video was something else. Oh my goodness. You know, I was just thinking, brothers and sisters, one thing that stood out in that video, I mean, a lot of stuff stood out, but one of the things that I just want to encourage everybody is that even though there's not a human resources that any actor or actress can go to when such a violation occurs, you still have the right within yourself, and you owe it to yourself to make good decisions and responsible decisions and to deductive reason any type of situation put before you. It's okay to think past the first 5 minutes. It's okay to think thoroughly through before you say yes or before you say no. But you can be your own human resources. You are the human who needs to find the resources within yourself to say, I am going to put up with this, or I'm not. I'm going to walk away, or I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to say something, or I'm not. You will be the determining factor of whether or not you protest or not, whether or not you say, you know what, this role is not for me. You have to have the wisdom to say, you know what, if somebody asks me at 3 a.m. or any time to come over to their establishment and I'm the only one and they want me to perform a sexual act once I get there, then I'm out. Don't stay. That is what I'm telling you. I know people be like, well, you know, you have to let people make their own decisions. I don't have to let people do anything. I'm telling you, don't stay. Why would you stay? You're not, how can I say, I don't want to say it like this, but 9 times out of 10, you're not going to win an Emmy. You're not going to win an Oscar. And that's because it's set up like that. That's just because it's set up like that. But at some point, you have to say to yourself, how long am I going to continue to put my face in places where I'm really not wanted? How long am I going to suffer myself to such lewd and lascivious acts? How long am I going to continue to smile in front of everybody when I really feel broken on the inside because I've been violated just to get roles? Because I sold everything and I moved from where I was to come to Hollywood and I'm determined to make it. And so if this is what I have to do in order to make it, this is what I have to do. And that's just not, that doesn't make, that is not logic. That is desperation. You know, because there are so many people who have to do certain things in order just to survive on the streets. And sometimes maybe we need to flip our mind, and even though you're going into the building, still say to yourself, well, you know what, these are the streets and this is survival of the fittest. And I need to see if this is even my weight class, because some things you don't even need to participate in or even try to survive in, if that makes any type of wisdom to you. It's like, if I decide to go for a walk in the wilderness, I am subjecting myself to whatever lives there, whatever habitat I walk into, where it is foreign to my natural surroundings. I need to never lie to myself and say, oh, nothing's going to happen to me. Something can. But if you use wisdom, you're more than likely going to escape that thing that is unseen and seeking you like a predator. If I go into the wilderness, I will never be shocked if I see a bear. I'm aware of what a bear does. I don't want to have anything to do with the bear. So I'm not going to provoke the bear, because the bear will never know what I look like. There is no bear on this earth that can ever tell you it has seen my face before, because I know what a bear does. I know what the wilderness is about, and I choose not to come onto your grounds and mess with anything that you got going on. I'm aware of how powerful you are. How powerful you are. And so if I'm going into this environment, I at least need to be equipped to make sure I can combat those things that are seeking to devour me. I need to have bear spray. I need to have a gun with me. I need to have a knife. Okay? I need to have a GPS system. I need to have water. I need to be aware of my surroundings all over the place. I need to study the different types of animals and plants and various poisonous and non-poisonous elements, so I have a better chance of surviving in this particular wilderness. Because if not, I'm going to go seeking something that is really poisonous, and then the repercussions are what they are. But if I study myself to show myself approved, then I'm now putting myself in a position to where they'll think twice about effing with me, trying to play me, trying to try me, trying to do anything. They'll be able to look at my face and say, not her. We're going to leave her all the way alone. And hopefully they can feel my energy and know that I do have the blood of Jesus the Christ on me. So you're going to have to really think 1, 2, 3, 4 times about even trying it. And then again, I'm not desperate enough to even want a part. I'll make my parts. And I'm also content with not wanting to be famous. And I think that is where it gets a lot of people. Wanting to be famous at any cost. I don't even want to be the fly on the wall about how some of our brothers and sisters got the parts that they got. And I'm not saying all have slutted themselves out and been the victim of some horrific things. I'm just saying that I just am curious as how you got to where you are, and are you willing to tell the truth? Are you willing to walk away if a sexual advancement presents itself to you at 3 a.m. in a limo? Are you willing to not have that job title the next day? Or are you just going to wait for somebody to come out with a civil action lawsuit and then say, hey, me too? Me too. It happened to me too. There's levels to this. And there's devils to this. Some of the most perverted things that you could never even think of have been asked to be performed by potential cast members to a production. Horrible. Just to participate. Just to rub shoulders with the who's who. It's been your dream to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Are you serious? I'm just saying. At some point, we're going to have to reroute our desires if our desires are going to lead us to death. A spiritual death, a death of your character, a death of your motivation. Now your sexual identity is blurry. You don't know what you are now because you have been violated just for a role, to be the first black this or to be a part of that and to do this and to be acting with this person and that person. Shame on any director, producer, or anybody who makes their actors and actresses or has approached a potential actor and actress with a perverted request in order for them to fulfill their desires. Shame on you. And that's why one day the cover was pulled back and the secrets were out. Exposure. Nobody escapes. Nobody escapes. Not even in Nollywood. Nollywood? Yes, Nollywood. Africa, Nigerian actresses and actors. Not even in Nollywood. It's the same. This is a spirit. A perverted spirit. A sodomite spirit. A spirit of bestiality that has festered and latched on to said individuals, and they are roaming around with titles of an elite high position, seeking whom they may devour, casting their nastiness and pervertedness and grossness and being so disgusting onto people, childhood actors who grow up traumatized. You know how many childhood actors are traumatized at the hands? Sorry, y'all. At the hands of actors, at the hands of directors and producers, acting coaches, and come on. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, brothers and sisters, we're going to listen to this next video. And this is brought to you by, I always want to cite my source. I believe this is coming from Matter of Fact. No, this is not from Matter of Fact. This is from Matter of Fact. This is called Ego Boyo, Nollywood actor, speaking about sexual harassment, okay? We'll be right back after this.
Harassment accusations making the rounds. With decades of experience up her sleeves, including a long acting break, the violated actress agrees that issues like these have always been rearing its ugly head in the industry.
I'm not surprised because this, as I said, there have been whispers and rumors going around for many years, and some young people have come out and actually made accusations in the past, and some of them were ignored. I think right now there's a lot of conversation around the increased number of rapes and sexual assaults in the country, and that has sort of, generated a ripple effect where it's affecting different industries, and ours is one of those that have been affected because a lot of people are coming forward and throwing in their voices with the movement. And unfortunately, some of the men that were mentioned were actually people who had also thrown their voices in with the movement, and they were then called out. So it's not a surprise in the sense that this was coming. It's been going around for years, the conversation. And I think right now it's just because, as I said, the conversation is, really around the country, all over the country, around the world. And Nigeria and our industry has just now got caught up with that.
After an extended break from acting, from moving into the corporate world, Ego returned to filming and also picked up the mantle of producing and executive producing her own titles, including the 2019 hit, The Ghost and the House of Truth. From her experience, she understands that the cabals in the industry only move in circles, and it is impossible to blacklist a young actress who refuses to go to the infamous casting couch.
The way it is at the moment, it is impossible. That was something that happened in the past. Right now, as you said, there are a lot of individual producers, directors doing their own thing. So you can actually have, one person say, I'm not going to work with you, but that's fine because any number of 10 other people are willing to work with you if you're doing your job, if you come for an audition and you get the part. So it's, as it is structured right now, nobody can say I will blacklist you and it will be. But the thing is, if you're not aware, if you're somebody coming into the industry and you're not aware of the structure of the industry and somebody threatens you with that, it's easy for young women to fall prey to that sort of information if they don't know that the industry is in this particular structure as you've mentioned.
With so much unmasking of predators going on in the industry at the moment, she believes now is the time to chart a new way forward for the industry and protect vulnerable members.
No, what the industry must do is set up, a code of conduct. We've had conversations, we're having ongoing conversations about it. We have to set up a code of conduct going forward that will govern how we work, how young women are, so that they're not exposed to these sorts of things. And the conduct of the people within our different guilds is very scrutinized. That's the only thing we can do. We can continue having those conversations. We can, set up those codes of conduct. We can tell people, practitioners, young women coming in, young men coming into the industry that there is no really awareness, and there's no way that this sort of behavior is acceptable, and that they can report. They should not allow their voices to be silenced. If they ever experience it, there has to be a way that they can report this. We have to put that information out there. And we have to support those that have come forward to ensure that this does not continue to go on. But I think the code of conduct and the way forward, way forward is called the way forward declaration or something, where we all decide, okay, this is where we are as an industry. To move forward, we then have to do this, and that. And one of those things is the code of conduct, town hall meetings, continuous conversation about it, and then the guilds setting in place clear guidelines going forward for that. And we then, of course, have to ensure that there's enforcement within the law. Police and the domestic violence and sexual assault divisions that are set up by the Nigerian police in different countries, in different communities and in different states. So,
You are listening
Harassment
to the Sister
accusations.
Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. You are listening to Coming to the Stage on the Sister Speak Show, sexual harassment from Hollywood to Nollywood. And I did cite my source incorrectly. That last clip that you heard with actress Ego Boyo was from Entertainment News. So that site was from Entertainment News. And no matter where you go, that spirit is prevalent. You see that even in Nollywood, they are still dealing with the same type of sexual harassment that's taking place in Hollywood. And it is not okay. And it's rather depressing. And I do see that I feel like the entire culture of acting has shifted. And now I don't think Hollywood will ever have the glitz and the glam that it once had when people would sell everything, pack everything up, and go out there and try to land a gig, get a gig. And then they have this entire story about how they went from nothing to where they are now. No, there is an area that had been unseen and was not exposed, but now it's being exposed. And hopefully people are reconsidering actually, still trying to rub shoulders with the who's who and still trying to be buddy with certain people, because your vulnerability and your willingness to be buddy will eventually put you in the position of selling out. And not only that, sliding down the shower wall because you done some things that you didn't have any business doing. Okay. And then, you need to always make sure that you are prepared to escape. Don't ever put yourself in a position where somebody says, hey, you don't have to worry about anything. Tonight is on me. Because that's how you end up having to fight for your life, because you have allowed this person to be your complete financial source. And now you don't have means to escape and get to safety. You should always be able to have your Lyft and your Uber on your phone. You should always be able to tell a friend where you're going and how long you're going to be there. You should always have some type of support system that is accountable for your safety when you're going off into the Hollywood Hills and to Beverly Hills and to these various places to meet these people and to go to these parties just to become famous. Okay? You have to be willing to allow natural occurrences to manifest in your life instead of forcing things to happen by giving up a piece of your soul in order to just get a role. And that's real. No, I didn't mean to rhyme, but it did, and it sounds great. Think about it. There are other ways to express your acting talent. Hollywood is not the end all be all. Now, I know y'all have heard that clicking, that tick sound from the fire. I hate it when that comes on. Every time my AC comes on, this thing wants to act up. I had some candles burning, and now it wants to be a part of the Sister Speak show. Hater. What a hater. I hate that sound. And no, I don't need to change the battery. It's a brand new battery. It's just this particular one. Anyway, so, no matter what it is that you want to do, you need to make sure that you are covering all grounds so nobody will try you. And there are various ways to express your talent versus just going to Hollywood and getting skeeted on. Just being very honest. Getting cheated on. Having people put stuff in your drinks. Accidentally opening the door and seeing some things that you never thought that you would ever see. There are many people who have stories about opening a door on accident and going, because they didn't know that things could look like that. Pervertedness on all kind of levels. Are you willing to be sexually harassed to become famous in Hollywood? Are you willing to be sexually harassed to become famous in Nollywood? How desperate are you to receive an Oscar? How desperate are you to receive an Emmy? How thirsty are you to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? How low is your self-esteem if you're willing to let somebody touch you in a manner that no human should even touch another human in? How desperate to get a role are you that you're willing to be videotaped without your knowledge and then end up doing sexual things, and now you're being blackmailed? How willing are you to be caught on camera? Are you willing to be passed around like a little joint all around Hollywood and Nollywood just to get a role or two? Oh, so you want to be the next Popeye chicken lady. And so now what you willing to do to get that role? You know it's so hard for us black actors out here. And well, stop hanging out with people who don't want you there in the first place. Oh, I was going to say it. It was coming to this point. If they don't want you there, why do you insist on being there? Meanwhile, Tyler Perry has a whole black Hollywood production company in Atlanta that they are mad about. And I expect behavior to be appropriate. I don't expect to hear anything, and I better not hear. And if I do, I'm going to talk about it. I expect the behavior to be appropriate. I hope our people don't have to slut themselves out over there either, just to get a role. I'm telling you, just to have an orgasm is not that damn serious. Just to do that, because that's the end result, is to achieve an orgasm. And how you get to that orgasm can be disgusting. So this production company in Atlanta, I expect to hear good things about it. I expect our people to start packing up and moving their butts up out of Hollywood and hollering at the people who are actually looking for actors and actresses of color, our people of the 12 tribes of Israel, to act. But y'all think that the white people are the only gatekeepers. You think that Mr. Cosby was the only gatekeeper? Huh. They don't want us to, we never win anything. We do, what are you talking about? They don't want to play with us. So what? Grow the hell up. We have got to get it together. Ayana, are you saying that you're for segregation? In many instances, I am. You don't need to mix people together when the people who are individually and collectively within their own need help. Why are we mixing when we need to get our shit together over here as a group? So in many instances, I don't believe we should be integrating into places where we're not wanted. That's just facts. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know how many times I just want to sit there and let somebody just throw shit on me and hit me and beat me down and sick dogs on me and spit on me and do certain things to me because they think that I'm 3/5 of a human, that I'm inferior. And still in 2020, still talking about the same stuff that people were talking about in the 60s and 50s. It's never going to change. Never. Now you let that rest in your bosom. It's never going to change because it's not supposed to. That's just how some things are. And now you need to start asking yourself, why do you even want to lower yourself to be considered the who's who amongst those people in the first place? You willing to just sell your people out and sell yourself out just to say that you rub shoulders with the who's who of white Hollywood. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I don't care. Get that in your spirit. You go on a casting call and they tell you that you ain't black enough, or you need to do this role blacker. That you're not doing it street enough. Here you go in there on some old, well, hello, how you doing? My name is John Jackson, and I'm from Delaware, Texas, and I'm here. Nah, they want you to get jiggy with it. Get hyphy. What's happening, my man? That's what they want. They want you to tap dance. Show your teeth. Or you can't have kinky hair. Oh, woolly hair? No, you need to go put a wig in. And by the way, I was watching some movies. I don't know how many of our black actors and actresses are going to continue to let them use the last $15 of the budget of the production on your hair, makeup, and wardrobe, but enough is enough. Where all the other actors look like they actually had a trailer and a whole crew to help them get together, and it looked like you got ready in a gas station bathroom. I mean, a bathroom at a gas station. Shit, I'm so mad about it, got a tongue twisted. I'm serious about this. They just throw some makeup on you like, here you go. Then they get this wig from $1.99 wig, if you ask me. Throw it on you. They throw on the worst makeup, don't even fit your complexion, and you out there looking like crap. Enough is enough with that. How long are we going to continue to allow, how long are you all going to continue to allow Hollywood to spend $15 on your hair, makeup, and wardrobe for a movie? I just want to know. How long are you going to continue to have to make them unfearful of your regality as a king and a queen? So you going to really let them, so you going to really, brother king, you going to really put on a dress just to rub shoulders, just to get a job? You really going to do that, brother? No. Why are you letting them take away your masculinity? It is never okay. Now you got to walk around, sis, with all these wigs and weaves. Now your natural hair is falling out because there's no type of healthy maintenance, and they want you to look European, but they don't like you, but they want you to look like them, but they still don't want you to be around them, but you don't need to look like a threat, but we still don't want you here, but don't look like a threat. That is confusion. And you all know who the author of confusion is, the devil himself. I'm serious. At what lengths are you willing to go to make yourself look European for Hollywood that don't even care about you? Do you see them? Do you see them? They don't care about you. And if they did, they wouldn't ask you to do certain things to unidentify yourself as a sister, as a brother, as a heterosexual male or female. I'm still trying to figure out how Terry Crews, as that man eats freaking steroid burgers. How in the world did that man successfully grab your penis, Mr. Cruz? Mr. Caruso? Seriously, brother? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. You didn't want to lose your job, didn't want to step on any toes, didn't know how you was going to come back home and tell your wife that, look, baby, I've been kicked out of the industry because I didn't let this white man grab my penis. I mean, I'm just saying. There is a level of assimilation that is culturally offensive to your tribe. And there are several actors and actresses who would rather forsake their tribe to culturally assimilate and culturally appropriate in the wrong damn direction. Just to get a star, just to get a Grammy, just to get an Emmy, just to get an Oscar, just to have award winning or to be seen, to be worshipped, to be idolized, to be famous for what? You better ask some of these. Well, you can't because they committed suicide. You better start trying to do your research on why some of these actors and actresses have committed suicide. You can only suppress it for so long. And the beautiful thing about this, as we wrap up sexual harassment from Hollywood to Nollywood, as we wrap this up, I just want you to rest this in your bosom. It's okay to walk away. It is okay to walk away. It is okay to try to reroute your footsteps. It is okay to tap into something else. It is not okay. It is never okay. Never has, never will be okay for someone to violate you sexually. And it is not okay for you to be willing to be violated sexually for any type of role in any daytime or nighttime or a movie or anything, stage play, commercial, voiceover. It does not matter to be a video girl. It does not matter. It is never okay to be violated sexually or to allow yourself to be violated sexually. If you have done those things in order to get a role, repent and walk away. Is there hope for you? Yes. Can you bounce back? Yes. Will it take time? For sure. Is it possible? All things are. Through the Lord. Reconsider before you enter into a room that you're going to have to fight your way out of. Before you end up in a limo where you're going to have to beat the crap out of somebody because they have violated you. Before you end up having to tear down books to find a hidden camera. It's never okay. And if you think that you can do these things, one thing I see over and over and over again, you cannot hide anything from God. There's nothing that you can hide from Jesus the Christ. Nothing. That's why the exposure is manifesting. Are you willing to be sexually harassed in Hollywood, Nollywood? Are you willing to allow yourself to be violated? Or are you willing to walk away? It's not even about me too. It's about what you're going to do. It's about the what am I going to do movement from here on out. Brothers and sisters, I thank you so much for listening to part one of sexual harassment from Hollywood to Nollywood. This is the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana. The time has been well spent, but I enjoy every moment that you listen. You mean so much to me. Tune in live to the tour on the Sister Speak Show. It will be IG Live. We're doing a mega raffle for one independent music artist. You can enter by just entering your name and email and sending that to Instagram to me or to Beat King Loso. You can send that to my Instagram at SGT Queen on Instagram or to Beat King Loso 1017 and just send your admissions. The raffle ends tomorrow at 12 noon. The winner will be announced on IG Live. We'll start at 7 p.m. Come hang out with us. Have a wonderful time. It's going to be a great, epic event. I'm excited about that. And then tune in to the other segments that I have just posted. I'm back. I'm here. And I appreciate your wisdom and I appreciate your patience. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in to part 1 of sexual harassment from Hollywood to Nollywood. Take care, brothers and sisters. Everything's going to be all right. Take care. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. This too shall pass, because everything has an expiration date. You be encouraged.